Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I do raw, no filter movie reviews, and today we've got a spicy one for you. We're talking about Citizen Vigilante, the film that's been trending hard online, sparking debates and getting a ton of attention for all the wrong reasons, and of its banning in Germany as well. Buckle up because this review is going to be detailed and a first look and breakdown of the story and the film without spoiling too much. So the plot goes like this. A wealthy American businessman living in Croatia transforms into a feared vigilante. He starts targeting violent criminals, rapists, and corrupt judges with brutal efficiency. As his campaign ramps up, it explodes across social media and news. Pretty soon, he's a wanted criminal by the authorities, but also this unlikely public hero to a big chunk of the audience. Sounds like it could be an intense, thought-provoking thriller, right? Unfortunately, I'm very familiar with Uwe Boll's movies, and I'm yet to see a good one. This movie is no exception. It falls right into that same category of messy, heavy-handed storytelling that his movies are usually like that, very heavy-handed storytelling and not very good. So let's start with what actually works for this film. Armie Hammer's performance in this lead role is generally good. He commits hard, brings real intensity and screen presence. The action scenes are also well done. They're brutal, well choreographed, and deliver some genuine thrills and excitement. Those are probably the only parts where this movie actually fires on all cylinders. But man, almost everything else drags it down hard. The dialogue throughout the film is rough. Armie Hammer's lines often come off like they were pulled straight from a right-wing manifesto. It's preachy, on the nose, and takes shit out of the story constantly. And it's not just him. The rest of the dialogue in the movie is equally bad. The supporting characters, their acting is pretty poor overall. And don't even get me started on that bloody fucking annoying newsreader. Excuse my language. Every time she popped up, I was just cringing and felt like throwing my shoe to the fucking screen. The lines, it all feels forced and amateurish also. Now, here's the biggest issue for me. A lot of people who've seen this movie are trying to paint the main character as some kind of hero. He's not, guys. This guy is a cold-blooded murderer. He kills members of the police force and also an innocent family towards the end of this movie. And sorry, that's not anti-hero territory. That's just straight up villain behavior being sold as justice. Okay, you want to kill the main guy, the rapist. All right, kill him, but don't kill his family members. It's uncomfortable, and the movie never really earns that moral complexity. And then there's the right-wing messaging that's baked into almost every part of this film. It's not subtle, it's loud, constant, and feels more like a political rant rather than a story. The movie pushes its extreme narrative about crime, immigration, and society collapsing that just doesn't line up with reality. It paints broad, oversimplified pictures of entire groups of people and situations, and they're undeniably facts rather than when in truth it's way more complicated. Look, I'm not saying there isn't real violence or problems with immigrants in parts of Europe. Of course, isolated incidents and challenges exist, like they do in many places around the world. But the way this movie ramps it up into this constant apocalyptic level threat feels completely overblown and not rooted in realism, I'm afraid. Not to get too political, but I do have lots of family members that live in Europe, and my parents travel there every single year. They've been going for decades, and from everything they've experienced and shared with me, the day to day life, the cities, and the culture, it's nothing like the non stop chaos and danger this film and a lot of right wing media wants you to believe is happening everywhere. It's this false, exaggerated narrative that really hurts the movie and gives a wrong message to the audience as well. Instead of letting the story stand on its own, it constantly stops to lecture the audience with talking points. It takes what could have been an interesting vigilante action thriller and turns it into propaganda that alienates anyone that is not already on the same wavelength. For lack of nuance, makes make the whole thing feel dishonest and lazy. It's a weak script with bad supporting performances, heavy-handed messaging, and missed potential. The few good action scenes and Armie Hammer's effort aren't enough to save this movie. Look, if you're going to make a movie that's supposedly based on true events, or at least inspired by what you believe is happening in the real world, then at least please try and make a good one at least. Put it in the work of the writing, the acting, ground it in something believable, please, and maybe add a little nuance instead of just pushing an agenda to please, a certain group of people. Sorry, but this film just doesn't cut it. So, unfortunately, after sitting through this whole mess, I can only give Citizen Vigilante 1.5 stars out of 5. Alright, so that's my full take on this movie. So, what did you guys think of Citizen Vigilante? Have you seen it yet? Did the messaging work for you, or did it feel forced like I think it did? Drop your honest thoughts in the comments below. I read all your comments, and we'll continue the debate in the comments section. So if you want more real reviews like this, smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, everyone out there, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.